tell us about your blog post.
My blog
Myths
post
from our youth,
Myth-
basically, about nutrition.
about nutrition.
Yeah, so you had one in there, margarine versus butter.
I did. What did your mom feed you?
I'm pretty sure we were pretty big fans of butter, but I remember margarine sneaking in there at some point. I'm not sure why or when, but I remember margarine being around.
Yeah.
And my mom being sassy and making sure that we had butter because she was big on butter.
Sassy.
Sassy, so yeah. Because at the time, everybody thought margarine was good, right? Because
Yeah.
it wasn't fat,
Yes.
right? Remember the low fat craze is the big thing where a lot of these myths come from.
Yeah, and all the different types of fat. I remember
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I was a margarine girl.
Margarine.
I was born and raised on margarine. Not today.
Not
but
today.
But it was definitely something that featured.
When did you know that butter wasn't bad?
About 8 years ago, I finally gave up because I realized that nutrition was changing every few years and there was no way I was going to keep up. So I just figured I would like go farm style and just eat everything natural that I could.
Great, farm style.
Farm style.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Snacks. Snacks.
Oh gosh.
I don't know what you. We came home. So I grew up on a ranch. So I'd come home after school on the bus, and parents would be working, so it was almost a free for all. But we'd always sneak chocolate milk.
Really?
Yeah. So, but chocolate milk. So we had milk from the cow, so the base product is okay. Unpasteurized farm milk, for the most part, and then as much chocolate mix as we could get in there. So a ton of sugar. But I remember eating tons of granola bars
Yeah.
while out hunting or hiking or whatever with the family. And later on, we realized granola probably not the best snack if we had better options. What about you guys? Snacks.
Well, I was a latchkey kid, so
A latchkey kid, so
yeah, there was like my mother was pretty good about not keeping crap in the house. Like aside from the margarine, there was not a lot of junk. So my snacks were basically fruit and like if I honestly, if I could, I would have just grabbed a spoon of sugar and shoved it down my throat.
this proper sugar addict.
Just proper sugar addict. But same thing about 8 years ago, starting to look at what was going on with nutrition, started reading the labels, and you read the labels and you're like, holy crap, there's 35 grams of sugar in this thing.
Yeah.
Like,
So back when we were kids, when having those granola bars, I think they were probably okay.
yeah,
But now you can't find anything that doesn't have a crap ton of sugar added to it, or tons of chocolate, or I mean, they taste great, but there's so much crap in it that they're now a candy bar more so than a candy bar.
it's insane. It's actually, if you look at the sugar, it's actually better to smear a teaspoon of basically chocolate spread onto toast than to give your kid a granola bar.
Yeah.
It's got less sugar.
Yeah.
So
well, they have preservatives because they have to keep it okay in a wrapper forever.
yeah, it's
An undetermined amount of shelf life.
they're
Right.
not good. Don't
what
do
other
it.
myths did you grow up with?
Well, I talked about the whole raw chicken thing, and we used to like wash the chicken in the sink,
Yeah.
slap it all over the place. Sorry, that was a bit descriptive. And it's just a mess. Think about it.
Yeah.
Like, don't wash the chicken. Just
Well, what do you do?
I usually just pat it dry.
Pat it dry?
I pat it dry and then do whatever I'm gonna do with it.
I mean, I still wash some chicken in the sink, but I wash the sink after.
Yeah. I mean, you need to be like, don't get crazy with the chicken.
Yeah?
Like, yeah.
I still do.
Yeah.
If I wash a chicken, yeah, I'll do that.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about like a chicken that you went and you killed said chicken in the farm, yeah, like bring it back and clean it for the love of God.
Yeah.
But for the most part, when I buy like a bunch of chicken breasts, I take them out, pick them up, they feel okay, they smell okay, pat them dry,
Chuck them on the barbecue.
chuck them on the barbecue. I'm pretty sure the heat is going to kill everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'll take my chances.
Here's the thought. What about milk? So We're almost the same age.
Yep.
Skim milk versus 1%, 2% whole.
Oh God.
Right? So remember, in our era, fat was bad. Fat was bad for a long time, right?
Oh hell yeah.
So we grew up with cow's milk, so unpasteurized, so there's still good bacteria in it, but we would skim the cream off the top, and it would basically become skim milk.
Okay.
And then we didn't have milk cows anymore. My mom would buy skim milk.
Oh.
And now, yeah, because that's what we've been drinking, was essentially skim milk, because we take the cream off
okay, that makes
and use it for butter or cream, period, or just sometimes we just eat it. But the now the science is that fat is good because it slows the rate of digestion, so it lessens that glycemic load. But now we're seeing, like, if you can't, it's illegal to have unpasteurized milk in Canada.
Yes.
In the States, you can still find it, unless you got a dealer somewhere that can get you. But whole raw milk or whole milk is probably better for you than if you were to drink milk, that is.
Absolutely.
Than skim milk or 1% or 2%, because that fat content and that protein content is much higher than the sugar and carb content of skim milk.
Yeah.
So that's food for thought too.
That is. Yeah, because we were raised on skim milk as well. I personally feed my kids homo milk.
Is that whole milk too, or what is homo milk?
Homogenized. So I could be wrong. I understand that it's not unpasteurized. It's whole milk, but it's been mixed.
It is whole milk.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good.
To the best of my, I could be wrong on that, but it's higher fat than all of the others.
And fat is good for you.
We love the fat.
Because it's good for your hormones, brain development, sugar control, all the things. So some myths got busted.
A little bit busted.
Which is fine, because we learn more as we go, and I think we're getting to the spot in nutrition where I think it's a little bit more science-based than scare tactic study-based.
Absolutely.
So I think that we're probably in a better place for nutrition science than we were
20 years ago.
30, yeah, even 8 years ago, but like
40 years ago.
40 years ago, right, when we were kids.
Yeah.
Right? In that there's more stuff that says, okay, well, yeah, this is the consequences of eating that way, and that's the consequences. But the universal rule now is basically sugar's bad.
Yeah. Well,
right? And sugar is bad in most instances, except for in certain instances it's okay to a point. Just like fat is okay to a point.
Yes.
The universal thing, though, that I'm seeing and reading is protein is, you need a certain amount of protein regardless of what you're doing with your carbs and fat. But that's another discussion.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yeah.